Okay. Well, you ready, Adrian?
I'm ready, bro.
Ready?
Do it. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in today. This is episodio number... You all right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I kind of... Let me just clear my glass.
Oh, you're good. This is episodio number 32, number 32. So thank you guys for tuning in today. You can actually listen to DeLoco podcast right here on the beautiful world of Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio podcast now as well. And if you would like to head on over to YouTube, you can head on over there and look for DeLoco podcast. It's the one with the Papi Chulo. No pun intended there. But today is super cool. I'm going super old school here today. I haven't done this in a minute. So we're actually here. And again, remind me, where's this? What is this company?
The Neal and Neal. Actually, sorry, bro. My glasses keep fogging up, dude.
It's all right, bro.
Do you mind if I do the podcast without the glass?
Yeah, bro. You can do whatever you want, bro. You do what you need to do.
All right, brother. Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Cool.
You good with that?
Yeah.
So what is it called?
The Neal and Neal Team.
The Neal and Neal Team.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So let me make sure, because this is my old setup, so I need to make sure that you were acquainted here. So again, as I do with everybody, welcome to the DeLoco podcast.
Estás escuchando DeLoco Podcast.
Epa.
¿Qué le pasa a Lupita? No sé. ¿Qué le pasa a Lupita? No sé. ¿Qué le pasa a esa niña? No sé. ¿Qué es lo que quiere? Bailar. ¿Por qué no baila?
Perfect. So this is episode number 32 again. Thank you guys so very much. Like I said, I'm going to try to do this again where I'm going to go mobile, you know. Try to
way to
go still be in the studio, do my thing there in the studio, but be able to still go mobile with different people, you know.
You seen The Dark Knight Rises?
Yes.
You know Bane?
You
know the part where they're robbing the New York Stock Exchange and then the cops are like showing up?
Here, let me help you, bro. Wait, before you say it.
Yeah.
What's up? Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Yeah. No, actually, I can do the voice, Bane's voice for that. Really? Yeah. Okay, go normal. No, hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Time to go mobile. Nah, it didn't sound as good. I was wondering what would break first. Your spirit or your body?
Oh, there you go, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, love Bane.
Love Bane.
I love Bane too. God damn. You like that? Estamos aquí esta noche, aquí en San Antonio, Texas, con mi amigo Adrian Mendoza.
God damn.
You like that?
That was freaking legit, dude. No, but for real, man. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, bro.
On the podcast.
Of course, man.
Excited to be on here, and yeah, man, excited to talk about a lot of cool things.
Yeah, dude.
Cool
So again, you know, we were talking on the phone. It's yesterday, right? If you want to say so. By the time you guys listen to this, it's already been a week. But we talked on the phone. I actually met Adrian during the COVID times. And during the COVID times, I was actually on my Instagram and I was on a live and I was actually asking people what they thought about the actual COVID, like about the food, about not being able to taste anything, about the mask mandate. And I was just laying down on my bed and just asking people random questions and people were just tuning in. And I actually followed Adrian before because he was doing photography. And that's how we met first. That's how we followed each other. Mm-hmm. And I guess he hadn't heard me talk before, but he was like, bro, are you on YouTube or you're not on YouTube? I'm like, no, I'm not on YouTube. You know, and he's like, well, you should be on YouTube. And lo and behold, 3 years later, I'm on YouTube.
It's crazy, man.
Which is crazy.
It comes full circle.
Yeah, it comes full circle. I know I wanted to do YouTube. I've said it so many times. I wanted to do YouTube, but I just didn't know for what. I know I didn't want to do it for the funny skits that I was doing before. I just do the funny skits just to be dumb, be necio travieso. But, I didn't want to do that for, if you want to say, to make a legacy.
Gotcha.
On YouTube.
You didn't want for that to be what you're known for. Like, Gilbert the skits guy or whatever.
Yeah, the skit guy. I wanted them to be like, oh, that's Gilbert, the local guy from the podcaster.
Which, by the way, has anybody ever asked you where
DeLoco comes from?
So I've had many people ask me where that
Okay.
comes from. So actually, my last name is De La Rosa.
De La Rosa.
De La Rosa. And actually, DeLoco just comes from me being a crazy kid growing up. So all I did was just take out De La Rosa and just put DeLoco.
That's awesome, dude.
That's it. Made it super simple,
Good story.
simplified it, and it makes sense to me because people know me very well and they know, okay, yeah, that guy is crazy. He's a crazy guy. So
Gets to be crazy.
it's been, you want to say now, 3 years, right, since we've met. 3 years. And within those 3 years, by the way, congratulations, you got married within those 3 years,
Oh
correct?
yeah, thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you,
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Don't say, oh, yes. Be like, yeah. Your wife's going to watch it, bro. She's going to watch it. So I know before you were doing the actual photography and stuff like that. So is that what you were doing before, or you were just...
Before real estate, I had a video production company, and I was just doing basically just video work for companies in San Antonio,
Okay.
Austin, and in my hometown. When we came in 2017, before that, I was working at my church for 4.5 years as a video producer. And so that's pretty much what I did, like from high school going into college.
Yeah.
And I was part-time at my church, but I was one out of the only like 12 like actual employees like at
Really?
a church. Yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
and it was one of the bigger churches in my city of Brownsville, Texas.
Brownsville, Texas.
International Christian Center. Yeah, man. That's where I grew, learned, learned everything.
Learned.
everything that I know. Really had an awesome guy. His name is Jared Hernandez, and yeah, man. That's where I got into the whole like video
Really?
world. Yeah,
Oh, that's cool, dude.
yeah, and yeah, it was. I freaking loved that job, dude. I loved working at the church. But when my girlfriend at the time told me, I think I'm gonna go study at UTSA, I was like, nice, okay, cool. I didn't want to be like the guy that kind of held her, like told her like, no, don't leave.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you should go to San Antonio. But then I told my family like, hey, we should move to San Antonio.
Yeah.
And so I didn't tell them it was because she was going. But I was like, hey, let's see if my family's up for it. I was still, living with them at the time, and they were like, all right, let's do it. So yeah, dude, we all moved because I was following my girl,
Really?
San Antonio. Yeah, 2017. But yeah, along with that came having to resign there at International Christian Center as the video.
So you had to
producer.
resign as well, right?
Yeah, because I couldn't do it like work from home.
Oh, you couldn't do work from home.
Yeah, it was like being there in person kind of job. So if I could have, I still did a couple of projects for them.
Yeah.
While I was here, like kind of like editing.
Excuse me.
Yeah, animation stuff and stuff like that.
Okay,
but,
cool.
Only a couple of times, but yeah, for the most part, I couldn't keep doing what I was doing. But yeah, definitely, dude, probably the best job I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
So
That's super cool. So you ended up moving here because of your wife now, right?
yeah, my wife. Yeah. So it was definitely crazy, dude. Because I mean, I don't know how many of your viewers are from the Valley, 956.
From the Valley, 956.
Yeah, dude. But dude, I'm like legit, dude. Like I work with. There's a lot of clients that I work with that still have their 956 number as well.
Really?
And I'm like, dude, it's the 956 takeover in San Antonio, dude. Like there's a lot of people coming from the Valley. That's like Brownsville, McAllen, Laredo. Yeah, and it's always cool. I'm like, hey, 956, cool.
956.
Yeah.
What do they send you, an emoji of a little taquache? Send you a little
Yeah,
emoji.
man.
That's cool, man. I didn't even know you were from Brownsville.
Yeah, Brownsville, Texas.
That's cool, man. We
Yes,
used to back in the day. Our vacations were at South Padre.
South Padre.
We used to go to South Padre Island, and then we would go to the Brownsville Zoo.
Oh yeah, the Brownsville Zoo. Mhm.
I like this zoo. It's it's better than ours, right? I hate to say that,
For
right?
real?
I mean,
Damn.
over here we have one chango over here and over there. There's like 10,000 changos running around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is a big zoo. Yeah.
It's a big zoo, bro. What I liked the most about that Brownsville one was the exhibit for the gorilla. The
Oh,
big
yeah,
the
yeah,
gorillas.
yeah.
Well, they have one. I guess just one separated from. I guess that's the male.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
That's the one that has that big old. Looks like a volcano type looking thing in there.
yeah. So man, I don't remember.
Bro, it's
I
been
don't remember too much.
years, but
Yeah.
I remember when I went there, we were like, what the heck? Not like over here, you're there, está tirado el giraffe ahí atrás. You're like throwing everything you need to throw. You're like, hey, levántate. I paid $39.95 to be in here. Nah, hombre. Bro, I love that zoo.
Yeah.
We've gone to that zoo and we've gone to the Houston Zoo.
Okay.
That zoo's pretty.
Oh yeah, I've been to the Houston Zoo once, like in.
The Houston Zoo's pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. Bro, is this mic moving too much?
I would say I'm just gonna try to. It's just. Oh, you know what it is? I think it might be this button now. No,
Is
it's
it
good.
button down? You good?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make it work. Make it work.
We'll make it work. Make it happen, Captain.
Yeah.
Make
No,
it happen,
but yeah,
Captain.
so that's one thing that I know. I see your stories, and dude, I love that last video that you, one of the last videos that you made of like a day in the life, kind of going in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
with your daughter to church.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
Bro, that
The
like,
Drummer Chronicles.
yeah, the Drummer Chronicles, dude, that brought
Yeah.
me back, dude. Like working at my church, and serving too at the same time.
Yeah.
But it's definitely different, being like an actual like employee there.
I can imagine because I mean I don't work for my church, right? I don't work for Western Hills Church, but I can imagine, because I have my friends that do work there, so they're there earlier than what I am. So it's a different ball game. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are like, "What? You work at a church?" It's like, bro, it's a different like I don't even know how to explain it. Like I really don't. Like it's a different kind of mindset you have to have in order to be able to work at the church and then separate, serving at the same time. I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you feel about that.
It's tough, man. I would definitely say that it was, and I don't want for this whole podcast to be about this.
Nah, you're good, dude.
Like it was definitely, I think, hard, especially because I started working there when I was like 17. Barely about to become an adult, and I think definitely at 17 you're still like you say a travieso.
Yeah, travieso.
Right,
Yeah,
so-
you're still necio. You still don't know what you're gonna do.
Exactly. So I think it definitely was a lot of like, it was hard to kind of navigate it sometimes because a lot of times I got burnt out. A lot of times I got really unhappy.
Oh, okay.
And really confused sometimes as to what I should be doing or what I shouldn't be doing. Like being an employee there at the church. It was definitely, yeah, dude, it was crazy. There was times where
It was a crazy time.
Yeah, but I mean, and nothing like bad ever came out of it or anything like that. But it was definitely becoming an adult, 17, 18, 19, and just trying to figure everything out.
Yeah.
Really.
Bro, so I mean, you went to church, you did all that, but what got you like into? Is, bro, you take some dope pictures. That's the only reason why I had followed you, because I mean, people know I take pictures too, but not all the time. But I've done my fair share of photography, but that's the number one reason why I had followed you in the first place, because of the pictures that you take. Like, is there anybody that like inspired you to want to take pictures, or you just started taking pictures? Or
pictures, it was no, I just I'm trying to think of what was like the first thing that I ever recorded like with a camera was like Lego movies. I don't know if you ever made
really?
Lego movies. Yeah, Lego movies, like little stop motion animation. That was the first thing I ever did. But the first thing that got me into like making videos and wanting to get like a professional-ish camera was have you ever played Airsoft?
the airsoft, the pistolas? Yeah.
So I used to make videos on YouTube. Like,
oh, really?
Like way back, like 2008.
Oh, wow.
Like when YouTube was barely a thing, and
Wow.
yeah, that's what got me into making videos when I was like going into high school, like middle school, going into high school. Just started recording my friends playing Airsoft, and there's I did 2 channels. One, we were like being real dumb, and like a lot of people like reported us, and so I closed that channel, and then I started another one, and Airsoft.
Really?
Recording Airsoft works.
Recording airsoft videos.
Yeah, and that led to me getting a camera, just taking random pictures, and really from the beginning, before I even worked at my church, I would be helping out with like media team and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
So That's what kind of got me.
That's what kind of got you in the kind of the motion of doing those kind of things.
Yeah, but then really a lot of it was, I guess, just self-learning, like on, I don't even know what to call it. Like, YouTube, watching videos like that. But then just like practicing photography. Yeah.
So I was gonna say girlfriend. You met your wife at the church, or you met her outside of church?
Funny story. So I have this video. Well, actually, hang on. I do have a video. Have you ever heard the song My Sharona?
No.
I made this video, and it went like, not like super viral, but it's got like 150,000 views or something
really?
like that on YouTube. Yeah. But no, sorry, I got confused. I made a video, and one of my friends shared it like on Facebook, and she found that video. Like she was a mutual friend. I guess.
Okay.
And then she commented on my YouTube video, and yeah, and so
really,
yeah, and so I was like, oh, like, who is this girl? And then I go to her YouTube channel, and she's got like covers, like singing like worship songs and stuff like that.
Oh, like, so she did go to church, but not your church.
Yeah, not
really.
Yeah. And then I see she has a video of her singing at her high school graduation, and I was actually filming her high school graduation.
No way.
Yeah. So, but without knowing her, maybe about a year ago.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, what the heck? I was like, hey, I was filming your graduation. Like, what the heck? And then to me,
is she older? I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
is she older or younger than you?
She's younger than me. Yeah. She's like about a year younger than me.
Hey, dude, you're a cougar, dude.
Cougar.
You're a cougar.
Yeah. So I was like, what in the world? I was like, I was at your graduation. It was also kind of like a very like full circle one. I was like, that is, what a coincidence that you commented on my video, and I found out through your YouTube channel that I was at your graduation. She didn't know I made the video for her graduation.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Oh, wow.
That's how we met, dude. YouTube.
That's cool, dude.
Basically. Yeah.
And what's your wife's name?
Mary. Yeah.
Mary?
Yeah. Well, her name is Meritzel.
How?
Meritzel.
Meritzel.
Yeah.
Meritzel.
Yes, sir.
How are you? Like this?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Meritzel. Let me tell you something, girl. I saw you playing that worship music, and I gotta tell you, I fell to my knees, girl. You got me set on fire.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mary.
Shout out to Mary. Shout out to my wife.
Mary. Shout out to the wifey. Shout out to the wifey. Dude, that's cool, man.
Yeah, no.
That's like super weird. Like,
it is weird. I'm not gonna lie, it is weird. Or why is it weird?
Well, it's not weird, but it's so crazy how, like, this, dude, bro, it's like a love story. Crazy, dude. Yeah. How you shot the video. You were shooting a video of your wife, future wife, without you knowing.
And the funny thing is too that her graduation, because she went to a Christian, like a private Christian school.
Okay.
And so her graduation was at my church. Like, it took place at my church.
Really?
Yeah. It was crazy. But the reason why they hired me to film it is because when my friends from the church went to that high school and just told like the principal, like, hey, like, this guy like makes really cool videos, like, you should hire him to film our graduation. So
no way,
her
dude.
graduation was at my church, but the reason I got hired to film it in the first place is not because it was there and they were like, oh, you know, like,
yeah.
What videographers does the church have? Like, it was like my friend who suggested me to the principal. So if it wasn't for that, I probably would have just she commented on one of my videos, probably would have just like seen her channel and like heard a couple of her songs.
Yeah.
And she sings amazing, beautiful. But I probably wouldn't have, like, I would have been like, I don't even know where she's from or anything.
Oh, wow.
But because she had a video of her, because she was in her high school's like worship.
Yeah.
Because she had that video of her singing at her graduation, which happened to be at my church, that's what made me be like, wait, so you're like here? Because on YouTube, somebody could comment on your video.
Yeah.
And it could be like in Germany or like.
Yeah, in Germany, yeah.
So, yeah, dude, it was definitely crazy how we met.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
It was meant to be, bro.
It was meant to be, yeah.
Meant
and
to
YouTube.
be. And because of YouTube.
Yeah.
Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, YouTube.
YouTube is definitely a big part of my life
Dang, bro.
in that way.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dude, that's super cool, man.
It is cool, man. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's an awesome story to tell, your future kids.
Yeah, and I'm honestly glad. I think I've like definitely, shared it with a couple of friends or whatnot, but definitely cool to be sharing it on this podcast.
Yeah,
now
dude.
I feel like it's like cemented.
Yeah,
in history
dude, that's super cool, man.
on
That's
the
like
local podcast.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, dude, that's super cool. I mean, for you to meet you were recording her without you knowing that was gonna be your wife.
Yeah, bro. And now and then when that whole thing happened, like especially now that we're actually married, like when we look back at that video, it's just like very surreal, like knowing that I was like right there filming her without even knowing her, and like a year later we would be like meeting and like started.
So then y'all met and then y'all started dating right away, or?
No, because she lived in Matamoros. She lived in Mexico.
Wow.
And so she would cross every day to.
Bro, you're leaving all that juicy chisme out, bro.
Yeah. So anybody who used to live in Mexico did. Well, I mean, it's because Brownsville's like a border city.
Yeah. It's a border city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here in San Antonio, it's not the same. But yeah, like she, a lot of people in Brownsville, like, go to high school and then university. They like, dude, they do. Have you ever heard of like La Fila, bro? Like,
La Fila?
Yeah. Like,
I've heard of La Fila to Rios Barbacoa, on Saturday and Sunday mornings.
It's probably the same thing, dude. Yeah, like some people
God.
like do like 2 hours, like 3 hours in line waiting to cross the U.S. Mexico border.
No way, dude.
Yeah. So these kids, dude, honestly, like my wife, being one of them, like they have my respect because not only are they like, coming to, to the U.S. to get their education and all that stuff, like they got to make like 2 to 3 hours to and from, the U.S. like every morning, every evening, like coming in the morning, leaving in the evening.
Dang.
So they're like definitely like they're built different, dude. Like I guess they get they get that ingrained, I think, in a way like it does affect their their kind of like their drive and
their drive.
Yeah, like because it's like, all right, shoot, like it's not just like it's like everything's given to me, which I think a lot of people, including myself, like I go to high school, I go to college, and I would not think twice about anything, but they got to be worrying about like I got to be up by 5 a.m. so I get to school on time and stuff like that.
Yeah, sounds like Nacho. I'm up by 5 a.m.
Exactly.
Eat some soup. It's the best. I love it.
So she lived in Matamoros. So we met. When we met and we started dating. It's because we like how like sometimes like you meet your wife or something like that.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you
yeah,
start
yeah.
off as friends.
Yeah,
first.
you start with friends first.
in a big friend group, and
Yeah.
so that was different for us because we didn't have a friend group. It was just like we met, and to keep meeting, we had to keep like just meeting just us, like just her and me.
Oh wow.
So it was kind of like every time we would hang out, it would just be the two of us. So it was kind of like a date, but not really.
Just the two of us.
It took a while to get like for it to be like official.
Really?
Yeah, it took 8 months actually.
Did she tell you? I mean, what took you so long? Or
No, she was actually. I was the one who was like ready like within like a month.
Really?
I was like ready to like, hey, do you want to be my girlfriend? But she didn't let me. She didn't let me ask her that. She was like, no, like yeah, like you gotta wait.
what did she say?
Hey, take it easy.
bro, for real, dude. She was like, take it easy. I was like, what the heck? And so the funny thing is too that she's my first girlfriend like I've ever had.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Come on, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
So
my
I also was
God.
not sure how it all worked. Like, so I was like, I really like this girl. And so I'm gonna ask her to be my girlfriend, but she was like, no. And I was like, whoa, I was like, okay. And then my friends were also asking, like, dude, you're taking too long, dude. Why is she not your girlfriend yet? And I'm like, it's because she doesn't want to be yet. And I'm like,
They're like, ooh.
yeah. And they're like, ooh.
Déjala.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It was definitely a little bit of.
Hey, but you stuck through and through, baby.
I sucked in it, yeah.
She wanted to see if you were gonna stick through the
Exactly.
thick and through the thin, baby. And she could, you know what? Este va a ser mío.
Exactly.
Vámonos.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, that's basically how it happened. Yeah.
Dang,
I don't know if you and your wife, like, if y'all started off as friends first or.
We did start off as friends, but I've known my wife since I was 13.
Whoa, snap.
Yeah, I've known her since I was 13.
Nice.
So we grew up together, basically together with one another. So
Family friends, school friends.
no, I met her at church.
Church.
Yeah, I met her at church, man.
Damn.
Yeah, I met her at church. We grew up together. And then we kind of actually started dating when we were like 17, 18.
Oh, for real.
And then we got married when I was 23 or 24.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now I'm 30, you know. But,
Nice.
yeah, 30,
Yeah,
but still looking like a Papi Chulo,
Yes,
baby.
sir.
But, dude, I mean, I'm super, super blessed to have my beautiful wife that I have. You know, I met her when I did, and, you know, I still love her more, you know, than when I first met her, you know. So I think that's the most important thing, you know, that she knows that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know she's going to like it that I'm saying this right now. You know, she'll be, oh, stop it. You know, but whatever, you know.
And that's the beauty, man. Everybody's love story is different.
Yeah,
They're, like,
dude.
so unique.
But, bro, yours, bro. Call Netflix, vato. Golly.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Wow, you can make a series out of that.
Probably could, man.
You probably could, dude.
Yeah. Nah.
Nah.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely very. She's like definitely. She definitely changed my life a lot. You know, because of her was the decision to like leave Brownsville, like my hometown. Like I thought I was gonna be there for like the rest of my life. Yeah. Like I was like, this is what I'm gonna do for.
Hey,
the rest
dude,
of
you
my
made a
life.
decision because you saw what you wanted, and you said no.
Yeah, that's how it went.
Dang,
So no, but
dude.
she changed my life for really the
Awesome,
better,
dude.
and a big blessing in my life, definitely. So yeah, I always every now and then I remind myself like, remind Mary how grateful you are.
Yeah.
For her. Because,
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's
But,
awesome, bro.
So yeah, San Antonio was an unexpected thing in my life. Definitely caught all my friends by surprise. They were like, "Why are you going to San Antonio?" I was like, "What happened?" You know, because usually you move cities, it's like, "Oh, did your dad get another job?" Or something like that, or did something. But no, I was like, "No, we're just moving for fun. Like we're just, you know," because that's all I could say.
That's all you can say at the time. You
Yeah.
didn't want to kind of, you couldn't spill the beans. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? You had to kind of let them.
Yeah.
Mira este Adriano. All right.
So yeah, no, that was yeah. I mean, yeah, just saying like San Antonio was like unexpected. Like I didn't know what was gonna happen until it happened. Damn. Straight up, dude.
Well, that's good, man. Well, look, see, I told you. Already a minute.
Damn.
Perfect.
Nice.
So with that being said, right now we're about to go to commercial break, which is sponsored by JD Associates LLC. Have you done your taxes already?
Dude, I
Your
did them like
bookkeeping?
in January.
Oh, okay, never mind. Because I was gonna say for you to go with JD, you know what I mean?
Oops. Sorry.
There it is.
Good time.
There it is.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, this commercial break is sponsored by JD and Associates LLC, also sponsored by Edwards Flooring. Have you need some stuff done to your future house?
Actually, I have clients who are like
hit up Edwards Flooring.
Edwards Flooring. Okay.
Edwards Flooring. They're doing all kinds of things right now.
Nice.
They're remodeling the inside of the houses, the restrooms, you name it. They do whatever you need to do to your casita to look más bonita. What's up, San Antonio? Are you needing to get your taxes or your bookkeeping services done? Then head on over to JD Associates LLC, bookkeeping and tax services. Guys, you can find JD Associates LLC on Facebook, on Instagram, or you can give them a call at 210-816-0357, or you can head on over to JD Associates LLC with your abuelita in your 99 Chevy Impala que le está faltando un poquito de paint job, pero you're going to get your taxes, my friend. Head on over to 4702 West Avenue, number 8, San Antonio, Texas, zip code 78213. Now, once you do get your taxes and you get your refund back and you want to say, hey, you know what? I want to get some stuff done there at my house. Well, guess what? Let's get some flooring done on Edwards Flooring Services. Guys, you can find Edwards Flooring Services on Facebook, on Instagram. You can give them a call at 210-702-8297. Or you can head on over there again with your abuelita to 1246 South Hackberry Street, San Antonio, Texas, zip code 78210. Guys, please do not do your flooring with the guy who has got just one eye, or please, El Tío Panchito, no more. Go ahead and call Edwards Flooring Services and get your flooring done for your casita. Guys, Edwards Flooring Services, JD Associates LLC, official sponsors for DeLoco podcast. While we get situated, shout out to His Way, Press a Print, right here. We're actually going to be doing a collab very soon, so you guys want to, stay tuned for that. All I'm going to say is it has the theme of Lucha Libre. So just stay tuned for that. It's going to be super cool. So again, shout out to His Way, Press a Print. Thank you very much for that infomercial. Let me take a little go por guarita. Okay. You still good with your ears?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not your ears,
Perfect.
you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, so guys, as you can just tell by the titles, we're going to get to the nitty-gritties, como dice en Nacho Libre. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. So Adrian is a realtor working for this company, which I forgot again. Anyways, you've been doing this for how long already now?
2019, October.
2019. Okay,
Yeah, so
perfect.
Right before the pandemic.
Right before the pandemic. Awesome. So if you guys, you're here in San Antonio, right now the market for the housing right now is still kind of fluctuating here and there. I actually know because I'm actually in the process of purchasing another house.
Really?
If you can just tell, like, what can the people expect, especially right now, the way taxes have gone up.
Property taxes.
Property taxes have gone up. So what can people do? Like if they're trying to look for a house, they want to sell their house, rent their house.
Yeah. So right now, there's this thing happening in the market where a lot of people who bought during like 2020, 2021, maybe even a little bit of 2022, have super low interest rates.
Oh, okay.
So like if you have an interest rate at like 2.75 or like 3.5. Right now the interest rates are definitely nowhere near that. And
where are they at?
Well, right now average you're probably looking at around like 6.25. Yeah, 6.375. And it also depends on a lot of things affect what interest rate you get, like how good or bad your credit score is. Also, if you have a lot of debt compared to your income, it affects your interest rate in that way. So, right now you could be looking at between 6.25 to 6.75 interest rate.
Really?
So that's it's definitely higher than. It's definitely higher than where we were at 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
And so right now, you asked about advice for maybe somebody looking to either sell or buy.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. A lot of people want to hold on to those interest rates, so they are thinking about putting their home for rent, and that's definitely a decision. Some people are making, hey, I want to hold on to my interest rate, because once you sell your home, your loan, that interest rate you had, it's gone.
It's gone.
So, a lot of people want to hold on to it, and because their monthly payments are so low, they can probably rent it and make profit out of it, basically. So, some people are, going to choose to rent, and that's only going to, make it the supply of homes, the inventory of homes.
Yeah.
It's right now there's not a lot to go around.
Yeah.
Which makes it, a little bit harder to find a home. And so, some people want to hang on to their interest rates. It's going to affect the housing market. And I think there's going to be also a lot of people who realize hey, you know what? Being a landlord isn't for me. And they'll just sell it if they want to move on from the home they bought 2 years ago, because maybe the family's growing or they're relocating somewhere else.
So one question that I have right now that I'm listening to you. So right now, can someone rent their house even if they still own the house? Yeah. They can.
Yeah. Yeah. So my parents back in Brownsville, we had this crazy story. They I grew up living, and I know a lot of people grow up living with their grandma in their house and stuff like that. So I grew up living with my mom's aunt. So
Oh,
like
your mom's
my
aunt.
grandma's sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and her disabled son.
Oh, okay.
So like, they had a bedroom in our house, and anyway, yeah. When we were like looking to move to a different area of town and buy another home, something came up in the title where she had passed away already, and she was apparently like on the title to the company.
Oh, wow.
To the house.
To the house, yeah.
So my parents couldn't sell it, but they wanted to move. And we were like, shoot. And so they said, well, we're going to have to rent it out, because they couldn't sell it without like a third of like the sale
Okay.
going to her heirs.
Yeah.
So, we're still working on that, with lawyers and, attorneys and, all that stuff, like law firm, to get that resolved. But ever since then, they kind of became like literal, like accidental, like landlords.
Really?
Yeah. And they definitely still owed on the home. But yeah, they were able to rent it out, and still do actually. And I help my parents manage their rental properties.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so now they've got more than that one. And it's and on both homes. Actually, no, only on one of them they still owe a mortgage.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
So it's definitely possible. Yeah, if you still owe on your mortgage, you can.
And is the process still the same? Like if you're gonna purchase, sell the house, or is it different?
If you still owe on your home?
Yeah, let's say you still own the home, right? And you know how you're gonna sell the process, or you go through the whole selling process.
Mm-hmm.
Is the renting process the same, or it's totally different?
Yeah, well, the renting process is a little bit, I would say, in a way, easier than selling, because when you sell, you gotta pay like you gotta pay fees and taxes you own.
Yeah.
So like that makes it a little bit harder, maybe a little more expensive. When you rent it, it's just like literally putting it onto the thunder.
You heard that, right? So right now you hear it. It's because it's raining right now here in San Antonio. So right now we just heard thunder really loud.
Yeah.
And San Antonians, when it rains,
yeah,
and thunder, we get a little scared.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So renting, it's just like literally. It's just putting it up on like Zillow or something like that.
Okay.
And putting for rent. You put the monthly, what the monthly rent is going to be, and you get a tenant. You sign the contracts, and then it's like okay, here are the keys. Make sure you pay on time. That's it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have to get a realtor involved when it comes to that, or you don't, or you can?
You can get a property manager, who also have like their real estate license.
Mm-hmm.
And they usually take a cut of what you rent your home for.
Okay.
Or you can just do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
DIY. Yeah.
So you can get a good certified contract that you can write or get written up. Where can someone get a contract? That's another good question that maybe someone can ask, or is asking, like if they want to do it on their own,
mm-hmm.
where can they find like a contract for someone to sign, and stuff like that?
I have made rental agreements using LawDepot.com.
LawDepot.com.
Yeah.
So those of you listening and you're wanting to do a DIY renters, Law Depot, correct?
Law Depot, yeah.
Law Depot.
And it's like it asks you what kind of what state are you in, because like laws and all that stuff like are different each state in every single state, and so it's like real cool because it's just like a questionnaire. It's like, what state do you live in? It's like Texas. It's like, okay, what are you trying to do? Like, I'm trying to rent my home. And it's like, okay, what city do you live in? And then it's like, what's your address? And then what do you want to rent it for? And like, what rules do you want to make? Like, do you want to allow smoking? Do you want to allow pets? And so it's just basically asking you a bunch of questions, and then at the end, it's like, very a simple way to answer it. But then at the end, it's like this 10-page, contract that is going to protect you, like, legally based on what you want, so it's a very, I think it's a very efficient way of like being able to make a contract without having to get like a lawyer involved.
Yeah.
Or even like a property manager. To make the contract. Definitely property managers are still good to like, if you don't want to have to worry about collecting rent, or like
Yeah.
being in constant communication with them every time something happens. You can get a property manager to deal with that
To
for
deal
you.
with it, yeah.
But it's they take like usually like a 10% fee or something like that
Oh,
from,
okay.
from the monthly rent. So
Okay.
yeah, but I know not a definitely, I think landlords get a bad rep, like bad rep.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
because there's a lot of bad ones out there, but then there's a lot of good ones too.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones.
So, but I mean, definitely renting, it's not the ideal position to be in, because you're always at the will of somebody else.
Somebody else, yeah,
of
exactly.
the homeowner.
Yeah, the homeowner now.
But I definitely respect people who are renting, just because like everybody's in a different like life situation.
Yeah, exactly.
So sometimes it is what it is,
Yeah. I mean, so there's that, and then are there any home programs that people can do, like if they're first time buyer or they're gonna buy another home? Like, is there other programs that they can maybe do or sign up for or pay for, or I don't know how that works.
Yeah, no. So there's like when you buy a home, you're gonna have two options, or no, you have several options for your loans. But like the most common are, if you've served in the military, you can get a VA loan, and that's a 0% down payment. It's like literally zero, because our veterans, they deserve the best, and they serve our country. So the VA loans, it's a government backed program. Another government backed program is the FHA loan, which is like kind of for first time home buyers. In some cases, if you're buying a second home, but for the most part, for first time home buyers, that's also a government backed program. That means like the government is backing up these loans in case they were to fail.
Oh, okay.
Like the government would take care of would insure the banks that are lending that money.
Oh.
So it's definitely designed to help first-time home buyers, like with a lower interest rate, lower fees, stuff like that, and just so they can have an opportunity at buying a home, because the U.S. Government definitely wants Americans to buy real estate and own real estate. And then there's the conventional route, which if you don't qualify for FHA for whatever reason, the conventional route is also, FHA is 3.5% down payment. Yeah, 3.5% down payment minimum, and conventional is going to be like, it can also be 3 to 5% down payment.
3 to 5% for conventional.
3 to 5.
3 to 5.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so so definitely a lot of the clients that I work with, they there's like I guess myths and stuff like that to buying a home. A big myth is that you need 20% to buy, like 20% down payment.
That's one of the big myths that when I was first purchasing a house, everyone was like, "Oh, you gotta give that." I'm like, "What? For real?"
It definitely, if you have 20% to put down and you want to, I'm not saying don't, by any means, but
do it.
Yeah, but there's I always think like if you can put the minimum down and have cash for a rainy day, There
you go. Put the minimum. My minimum $2.50. But nah, just kidding. Nah, but dude, that's pretty smart. That's what we're gonna do actually too. So we're gonna just put the minimum, and then put the cash, aside or whatever the case is. But I mean, if the price is right and we have the money, I mean, vámonos.
Yeah, and one thing too that because I was just talking about this the other, like on Tuesday, and he said, I've got this amount of money to put down, and but should I put like 10%, 15% down? I said you can if you want to, but what I would recommend, put the minimum down, and then you'll have like you've got a big savings amount. Put like $200. Like it doesn't even need to be $200. Put like $100 extra towards the principal per month once you get the loan. It's usually like an online portal where you make the payment, and you can choose there like I want to pay this much extra per month. If you do $100 extra per month, you're gonna like, the loan is supposed to take 30 years to pay off. If you do that, you're gonna slash the life of the loan like by a lot.
By a lot.
It depends. It definitely depends on your situation or every individual situation. But making an extra payment, especially in the beginning, it makes a huge difference.
Oh, okay.
But it's got to be towards the principal.
Towards the principal.
Yeah, because the way the loans work is they charge you the interest in the beginning. Like in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're just paying off the interest first, and then you pay the principal off. So the bank wants to make sure you're going to pay the interest first.
Interest first.
Yeah. So that's how they get you.
Dang.
Yeah. But if you play it right, you can definitely end up paying a 30-year loan. You could pay it off in 17 20 years, maybe even less, or maybe a little bit more. But you definitely don't have to pay it in, wait 30 years to pay it off.
Yeah.
That's the rain right there.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Bro, I was over here looking like, what the heck is that noise?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's coming down hard.
Dude, you see how we get San Antonians? Está lloviendo.
Yikers. Yeah. But,
Man.
good questions. Good questions. And I tell all my clients that, they when they tell me it's their first time buying a home, those are my favorite type of clients to work with, because I love, like, if you've seen like my Instagram, like I love explaining all these
bro, I love
concepts.
those videos, dude. They look sick too, bro.
Appreciate it.
I like the bro. We're talking about this. So I'm a big perfectionist in how I want things to look. Adrian is exactly the same way. So when you see his videos, by the way, follow Adrian Mendoza SA, right?
Yeah.
SA on Instagram, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like the videography, the everything, timing, everything is, it's like the perfect bean and cheese taco, perfect, super perfect, bro.
No, yeah, like I love educating. I love educating for,
that's
and
cool.
I don't even have like an educating background. But like definitely, I love helping first time home buyers because they got questions. I love answering that questions. I love making the concepts like easy to understand. And sometimes, if they ask me through text, I'll just send them a video that I've made, like on my YouTube, or like, hey, like, look, this video, I break it down and I explain it with like graphics and everything. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. Now I know how that works. Like, no, so.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely I take my time making those videos and whatnot.
Dang.
So.
The heck was that noise?
Maybe like a notification from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm getting messages from people. Sorry. Wow, I thought I had it on. Well, I don't know. I guess it has it plugged in like that. Yeah. Okay, dude, that's cool, man. Yeah, because, there's a lot of people right now that are wanting to purchase a house, and then they want to sell a house, but then they're like, well, no, I don't want to sell the house. I want to purchase a house. But honestly, bro, it's like, the way I told my wife is like, we either do it right now or we just wait until it gets worse. Or if it gets better. Which I don't know, but... I've been in my house for like 7 years already, so I think it's perfect timing for me to find another house.
Yeah. It's all going to come down to where what your goals are.
Yeah, what your goals are. Yeah, that too.
And yeah, it really depends. A lot of people do end up selling, to buy their next home, and or renting it out.
Renting it out.
Definitely a decision you got to make. But or if if you don't own a home yet and you're looking to buy your first one, the first step is always to get pre-approved. Like, it's like you get pre-approved, you get a lender to check what your situation looks like. They'll give you like, hey, this is the budget that you could do right now. And then you can decide, okay, this is a good budget and I can buy a house with this, or I'm going to wait a couple of months.
There you go.
So,
yeah. I'm glad that you said that. It's, especially us San Antonians, is not that, can I buy this house? Sí or no? Por cash? You got it. There's a process you have to do. It's there's a whole process you have to do.
Yeah, and there's definitely no rush. Your timeline is gonna. Everybody's timeline looks different.
Yeah.
Everybody's like situations look different and stuff like that. And it's definitely one thing that I wanted to talk about was my wife and I recently uninstalled TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think it was like, it's like a time consuming thing. You can just like
Oh,
be
yeah,
like endlessly scrolling on TikTok and whatnot. But my main reason is because I saw this video on TikTok that it was saying like, I don't know what that was. I thought I heard something. Sorry.
What the heck? I heard it too.
I think there might be somebody in the yeah, we should be good.
Okay.
Yeah. So I saw this video that it was like it was a guy basically, doing one of those, basically they're just narrating a story time or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And they're saying he was saying, my wife and I saved for 7 years. We wanted to buy a home, so we saved for 7 years, putting money in our savings account, working hard. And we saved like $50,000 in 7 years. And now we're ready to buy a home and we can't buy anything. And I'm like, what the heck? And they were putting a home, like an example of a home that they wanted in their price point. And it was like this beat up thing. It's like, and then he said, so pretty much after 7 years of working hard, saving our money, being responsible, like we still can't buy a home, And I was like, what the heck? I was like, so that's my beef. Like that's my beef with TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Because that is very discouraging. Like if I were watching that and I didn't know how any of this worked, and I saw that, I would be like, damn, like this guy, like saved for 7 years. I haven't even started saving. Yeah. Like I've only got like whatever amount in my, and that they can't buy a home. Like I for sure can't buy a home then.
Yeah.
If they couldn't do it with like 50, but. The truth is that's like, I mean, it might be like in certain markets, like maybe if they were in California, maybe, that like $500,000 home is like, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. But like, especially here in San Antonio, there's a lot of opportunity for first time home buyers who don't have to have like anywhere near that amount of money. Like, you can get in very cheap, I mean, it's not going to be free, but
how cheap?
Yeah. How cheap?
How cheap?
3.5% down. Yeah, 3.5%. 3.5% down payment.
There you go.
And it's so what I found like about TikTok is that's definitely very discouraging in some aspects, and I think that's like it. Like if you see that video, maybe you don't think anything of it, but then it's like it's in your subconsciousness.
Oh yeah, it's there.
And
it's
you're
there.
whenever whenever you're like out with your family or out with your wife or fiance or anything like that, and you're thinking, maybe I want to bring up to the conversation like buying a home, but then you're going to think about that video subconsciously that said like we can't buy a home, and so you don't even bring it up.
Yeah, you don't bring it up.
And so then all of a sudden that's hurting you, like your subconsciousness of what you saw on TikTok, what you consumed on TikTok is affecting your mentality, and then you're never going to go for it, and you're never going to know what you missed out on.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, yeah, I can't do TikTok anymore. It's like it's too much negativity, and like a lot of times it's like lies. But the thing about TikTok is that anybody who gets on there and makes like a cool video or a good quality video, like they can be lying or they can be telling you the truth.
Yeah, but who's gonna know?
Yeah, who's gonna know?
Who's gonna know?
Exactly.
Their lies, just like the eagle eggs that Esqueleto promised eagle powers to Nacho Libre. So don't be looking for eagle eggs.
Yeah.
Because they don't give you eagle powers.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, maybe some eggs give you eagle powers, but that's chorizo and egg with some refried beans. That'll give you eagle powers.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So definitely, man. There's negativity out there in the world.
Oh yeah.
It can stop you from doing a lot of things, taking chances, and if you don't take a chance, like you're gonna miss out.
Yeah,
man.
you're gonna miss out.
So
that's cool, man. Well, bro, I appreciate you, man, and taking the time out of your busy day.
Of course.
Bro, I hit you up and I said, dude, we got to do something together. I think this is perfect timing because right now people are wanting to buy a house, people are wanting to do things, and then let people know how we met too, and people get to find out more about you, and maybe they'll hit you up, to be the realtor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely would love. Like I said, I love helping first-time home buyers. My
That's
favorite
cool, man.
kind of clients.
Before we finish, can you put your plug in? Like, where can they find you?
Yeah. So Instagram mainly, pretty much. AdrianMendoza.sa. I do like a video, like home tours there, and more importantly, like educational content where I break down concepts about real estate, buying or selling a home, and I just love teaching. And honestly, I learn too when I make these videos. you really study the concept.
Yeah.
To teach it, you gotta like learn it really
yeah.
good. So it's awesome, man. Yeah, I love what I do.
That's
sure.
cool, man. That's super cool. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Adrian, so much for allowing us to be here in your company's little office area. You want to say right here? You know, it's super cool. I thought it was super different, and I want to keep doing that. Just make it different. Make the podcast different from everyone else. Just doing it in the studio. Yeah, we can do it in the studio, but I want to be able to do it outside of the studio as well.
Yeah.
So, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. This is episode number 32. Once again, thank you for tuning in today. Guys, just a reminder that God loves you. God loves you, my friend. Dios te ama, and I know that you know that. Dios ama a todos ustedes. And I will see you guys on the very next episode. Ay, canijo. Wow. Me asusté.
Bro, speaking of that, are you still recording? I want to tell you a joke real quick.
Tell me. Go ahead.
Because you're of the faith, right, brother?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna switch to Spanish.
Okay.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Y mi español no es tan no es tan bueno, mi español.
Oh, okay.
Pero una cosa que sí sé es cuando estás orando y estás orando contra las fuerzas del demonio y del diablo y todo eso. ¿Sabes cómo vencer? ¿Sabes que para vencer el diablo más fácil se tiene que orar en inglés?
¿Por qué?
Para vencer el diablo más fácil, el lenguaje el que tienes que orar es en inglés.
¿Es en inglés?
Sí. Ujú. ¿Sabes por qué?
No.
Porque en inglés el diablo es débil. Devil. En inglés. En inglés el diablo es débil.
En inglés el diablo es débil.
Yeah. Cheesy joke. Cheesy joke.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'll see you on the very next episode. Wow.
Nice.
Estás escuchando DeLoco Podcast.
Local podcast.